Hello, welcome to the second experiment, that is time division multiplexing pulse code modulation. In this experiment setup we have two trainers, one is a transmitter and another is a receiver. In this video we will understand the overview of this kit, the available functions, circuits and their logics. To get multiplex two different signal we need two signal generator. So here we have four signals. First two signals are DC in nature and second two signals are AC in nature with 1 kHz and 2 kHz frequency respectively. The variable knobs are given to vary the voltage of the DC signal and these two AC signals. Usually these variations are available with -5 to +5 volt. It may vary within plus or minus 1 volt. This block is basically make the sampled and time division multiplexing together. This is a sampler of channel 0. This is a sampler of channel 1. The timing logic or the train of pulses given to both the sampler are different. I mean, whenever this channel sample has been taken, at that time the train of pulse for the second channel is off, and whenever the sample of channel 1 is taken, at that time train of pulse for the channel 0 is off. When we will observe here, it will show time division multiplexed signal. The next, the sample of the respective channel will be given to A to D converter. A to D converter is a IC which converts my discrete continuous value, analog value, into the digital 7 bits. So we have seen here the 7 bits, that means 2 raised to 7. So there will be 128 quantization levels. So here the signal is been sampled, here signal is quantized and it is encoded as well. So we will get the binary pattern right from 0000000 to 111111. So there are total 128 levels. To operate this A to D converter, there are certain enables we have to see. So this is a direction, and direction specific we have to observe. This startup conversion, which is active low, represent the moment or information to the IC that now you can start to convert the available continuous discrete value into the digital domain. Sorry, I have to correct here, the available discrete values into the digital domain. Once the IC completed its task, it will send a signal which is called end of conversion, which is active high, through the timing logic. So that timing logic can further decide to transfer these bits to the receiver side. So these are the enables of A to D converter IC. The next block is error check code generator. We have three different mode, whether we can use even parity, whether we can use odd parity, or we can use Hamming code. Even parity and odd parity are used in a way that LSB will be changed according to the even parity or odd parity which we have select from this switch. When the switch is on 00, that means there is no any error detection correction will take place, and in whatever form we have generated binary patterns, that will be represent same without any modification. When we will do even parity, the LSB will be on or off to make the entire pattern into the even. If it is an odd parity, when we set to 10, this LSB will either on or off to make the entire bit patterns into the odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7. Then if we take the Hamming code, the 3 bit of the information will be used by the error detection correction bits, overheads, and that will be in the last 3 bits. So these are the error detection correction selection. Then over communication medium, we know that we cannot transfer the 7 signals together in a parallel mode. It needs a lot of hardware and it needs a lot of cable. So to minimize the need of cable length and hardware at the repeater distance, we use parallel to serial conversion, and that is using this shift register, which is used parallel input serial output. So this 7-bit which is transmitted from A to D converter to error code generator to shift register will be one by one go to the output side with the output logic. This output logic has two input. One is from the shift register, another is from the pseudorandom sync code generator. We will discuss later on the role of pseudorandom sync generator. It will be come into the picture when our mode of communication need a synchronous mode. In asynchronous mode, we are not sending the information of start bit. So instead of start bit, we are sending a combination of our pseudorandom code and our 7-bit codes. That will be the output of the PCM. So this is all about this kit. I would like to mention here there are 4 different terminals. We have discussed about these two. It will generate 10 of pulses for the sample. This is a transmit clock which will be considered equal to 1 bit time in this particular system, and this is the transmit start, that is a start bit of the frame. What is frame? Frame is nothing but a number of bits when we consider for the one sample of channel 0 and one sample of channel 1, and this will represent in front of that. So 7-bit for channel 0, 7-bit for channel 1, that is 14-bit, and ahead of that, that is a transmit start. So total 15-bit frame is considered and is in this system. Further, we have one knob that is called fast and slow mode. In fast mode, the changes we are not able to see by our eyes because the frequency of operation is beyond the scope of our sensitivity of eye. But when the moment I keep it to slow, I can able to see all the variations, like the clock is 1 2 3 4 5 clock, transmit start, then when the channel 1 sample is taken, when the start of conversion has been done, when the shift register is moving, everything we can see because it kept to the very low frequency. The moment I keep this knob into the fast, the same thing is happen, but it happens with very high frequency.